So moving on to the first red on the platinum list. This is the Daily August Pinot Noir by August Kessler. This is a Pinot Noir from the Rheingau region of Germany. Pretty small appellation, responsible for producing a fair amount of the country's Pinot Noir. So German Pinot usually gets kind of it takes kind of the back seat in terms of cold climate Pinot, namely because it occupies the same continent as France and Burgundy, which I think most would argue is probably like the standard for cold climate Pinot. But I think the cool thing that there's two things I think Germany really has going for it. One, the classification system is ridiculous. It's so stringent and so just complex and specific in what each wine needs to do to come out, that it's kind of why Germany is seen as one of the more consistently quality producing wine producing regions in the world. And on top of that, German Pinots just have a nice approachableness to them, but they do deliver on some of those really fun savory flavors that you'll get in cold climate Pinot. So when we look at this one down here on our piece of paper, it's definitely a little bit lighter in color, kind of a light to medium minus ruby with like some purple hues on it, maybe even pink hues. It definitely fades. The rim variation kind of fades when it gets to the outside. So definitely not quite as dark and rich as I'm sure what most of us are used to when drinking Pinot Noir. The nose is super savory. It's more dried fruits like dried cherry, maybe dried currant, that kind of thing. And there's definitely some almost like a greenness, like a red pepper, earthy vibe coming off of it. It smells a little green. And then when we get to the palate, the cherry notes in there are really fresh and lush and ripe, but it's all supplemented by this wonderful earthiness and overall spiciness, lighter body, nice acid, and kind of more velvety, well-integrated tannins. So definitely a lighter Pinot. I would say this, you wouldn't want to pair this with anything particularly heavy. I think lamb, turkey dishes. I think for a Thanksgiving Pinot, this would be perfect. And yeah, just super solid wine.